Well, that's interesting because that's where my mom's urn is. Hey there, my name is Alex Matsuo and I'm a paranormal investigator and researcher, and welcome to my channel. So guess what I did recently? I joined TikTok. That's right, I caved and I decided to join TikTok, and it's been an interesting journey. I made my first TikTok video, which was pretty fun. I also uploaded a pre-record video I did like way long ago, and that did okay, but I've been exploring the paranormal community on TikTok, and I have to say I am pretty fascinated, especially since a lot of people are trying to find ghosts with the different effects that TikTok has. So as we get ready to go, let's take a moment to subscribe to my channel, give this video a like. If you're watching this on Facebook, be sure to follow my page, give the video a like as well, and share it, and we'll go ahead and get rolling. Short and sweet, right? One of my friends alerted me to this new effect that's on TikTok known as the ripple effect. And basically what it does, it's based on an algorithm where it tracks movement, and it will show off like a bunch of different colors in a ripple effect, hence to why it's called the ripple effect. Now, what people have been doing with it is not only are they making videos with like dancing and stuff with, rippling beautiful colors, but they are also using it around their house with nobody or no moving thing in shot and seeing if they can catch a glimpse of a ghost. This is oddly familiar, where people are taking advantage of a tool that's used for something completely different and using it to find ghosts. So because I am curious in nature and I like to experiment, I decided to try this out myself. So I got my TikTok out, I clicked on the ripple effect, and I started shooting. And what happened, I didn't really expect. It kind of surprised me. So I'm scanning the apartment, and those of you who know, I have a ghost in my kitchen, but I got to the bookcase where my mom's urn sits, and I saw this. Okay. Well, that's interesting because that's where my mom's urn is. Huh. Alrighty then. But there's also a lot of stuff there that, I don't know, like, that's really odd. Alright. Okay. That gives me some information. And keep in mind, I had scanned around the apartment, like the bedroom, the bathroom, the guest room, the dining room. I scanned all these different rooms and nothing was happening. But when I saw what was happening with my bookcase, I decided to hit record. Now, not only is my mother's urn on that bookshelf, but all of her trinkets are on that bookshelf, and all of her crystals and stones are on that bookshelf in a bowl. And some of my friends think that maybe it was the crystals that might have been causing that, but either way, it was catching movement, and what was really eerie was it was the shape of a person. Granted, my mom was short and pretty stocky, so the shape that was, becoming a manifestation on the bookshelf did not reflect what my mother looked like in life. But then what was interesting is once I started changing angles, the effect stopped. So once this happened, I realized, hey, let's start experimenting. So the next step I took was to move my mom's urn. And here was what happened next. Test number 2, I moved the urn. Okay, so it's the bookshelf. There's movement in the bookshelf. So as you can see, even though my mother's urn was gone, the ripple effect was still being triggered by the bookshelf. This time it wasn't taking the shape of a person, but it was taking the shape of the bookshelf itself. So, which made me wonder, is this based on more than just a movement algorithm? Is it also based on some sort of shape or positioning? So then one of my friends suggested, hey, why don't you move the trinkets off the bookshelf and see how it goes, and also just let the energy settle and see if maybe it's just like a bunch of energy that's causing like a vibration or something. So that's what I did. Okay, test number 3. Okay. Nope. I think it might be the shape. Now, I took a video immediately after I took all the trinkets off the bookshelf, and it was still triggering the ripple effect. So I decided, okay, well, that's interesting. I'm just going to let it sit for a little bit without any sort of trinkets, you know, just kind of let the energy calm down and settle for a bit. And then the last time I did it, there was nothing. Absolutely nothing. Nothing happened on the bookshelf. So, makes me wonder, what was happening? What was happening? I don't know. And, well, actually, I do kind of know. I have some theories, and this is based on my past experience with things like the SLS or the Kinect camera. Basically, things that are not made to look for ghosts, but have been rigged to look for ghosts. And keep in mind, the After Effects Ripple was not made to look for ghosts. TikTok is for entertainment purposes only. So, I don't think what was being seen on camera, I don't think it was a ghost. I'm heavily doubtful it was any sort of energy. The air conditioning vent was right above the bookshelf, so it kind of made me wonder, alright, is the air current causing it? But I also remembered I have air vents all over the place, and they weren't triggering the effect. And I'm skeptical of any sort of app or device that's made to find movement, because they are programmed to find patterns that match movement and even body shape. This is why I'm really skeptical of the SLS camera, because I've seen it work and it's found a ghost in my vacuum cleaner. And I know that my vacuum cleaner does not have a ghost, at least I don't think it does. And if no movement is obvious, then it's going to create a pattern out of nothing. It's kind of like pareidolia, when you are looking up in the clouds and you see a face. And even with a lot of pictures, like paranormal photos, where people are saying they see faces and stuff, and I'm like, I don't see anything. That's pareidolia. And I've also considered the idea of the crystals and the stones creating a vibration, like a really subtle vibration that the app just happened to pick up on. Now, it is science-based that crystals and stones do have their own vibration. I have a friend who made a radio out of crystals. So it wouldn't surprise me if that was the case, and if that was the fact, cool. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I don't think the ripple effect on TikTok is actually detecting ghosts. I think it's creating a pattern, and I think, you know, if you have vibrations in your floor, that could translate to your furniture. There's so many things that can be explained with it. I'm not convinced that a phone, let alone an app on a phone, can detect a ghost. At the same time, I see a positive in this, because there is a curiosity about the paranormal and people want to learn more about the paranormal. And it means that many will grasp onto anything that they can in order to get that experience. And if you're one of those people that has a thirst for knowledge about the paranormal and wants to try ghost hunting, you should check out my book, The Brave Mortal's Guide to Ghost Hunting. It's available on Amazon, and I also sell signed copies. And if you want to learn more about the paranormal and learn how to ghost hunt, I mean, this is a great book for you to use. And if you have any questions, I'm right here to answer them, so the author is also easily accessible. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next round.